All right, good day everybody. Welcome back to another upload of It's a Dyer Thing. Rob here. Thank you very much for tuning in. First and foremost, let's get the important things out of the way, and that's hit that subscribe and that notification button. Whether if you like it or not, that's up to you guys, but I hope you do. Anyways, subscribe and that notification button. This way you'll always be up to date on all the stuff that we do upload. So for those of you who have been following me over the years, again, thank you very much for your support. You guys all know that I've been into the motorsports industries, and then we started over the past couple of years getting into some of the adventure riding and off-road riding. Why is there a Jeep behind me? Well, again, this is part of the adventure riding that we're doing, and we're moving forward. Yes, we're still going to be motorcycle adventure riding. Don't get into a panic yet. But in regards to this Jeep, this particular 2021 Jeep, again, which I purchased it from the Golden Mile Chrysler. There is an upload video coming in regards to the pickup and the delivery of that. But I wanted to say a big thank you guys for all your support and all your assistance during this purchase time. But in regards to this guy here, it is a manual transmission. It's the 3.6 liter V6 manual transmission, and I'm going to kind of give you guys the first person view, or FPV, or point of view, POV, whatever you want to call it, the actual drive characteristics within the Toronto region. So we are just here off of Scarborough Town Center here in Scarborough, right? And I got a couple of little commissions that I got to do, a couple of little errands. So at the same time, while I'm doing that, I am going to place the camera onto myself and one inside the Jeep, so this way you guys can get a good idea as to what it feels like to drive a manual Jeep within city-ish reasons. So without any further ado, let's do a quick walk around on the Jeep, and thanks to the editing, I can do this. And now the doors are all open. What the heck? Yeah, that's editing at your best. Anyways, so now I've got it all kind of open, exposed, and vulnerable. Let's take a quick walk around, and so you guys can take a good look at to this 2021 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara Edition. On it we have the cold weather package. At the same time we have the advanced safety group and the safety group, Mopar tubular sides. What else do we got? We've got proximity sensors as well on it. Other than that, it's the 7.4 screen, pretty much all standard. It does have the hill assist and a couple of little knickknacks here and there, but anyways, we don't need to really get into details onto that. But again, it came from Golden Mile Chrysler, just off of Warden and not Warden, sorry, Victoria Park and Eglinton. I will put the address up here. Go check these guys out. They got quite a few products coming in for inventory, lots of really good deals. But let's give it a little walk around. We'll start off here by the front. So again, this is the 3.6 liter Pentastar engine, all brand new, super clean, as you can see, really nice. And that is topped up again with just the basic standard features of the Sahara. This is the Sahara Unlimited, so it does come with the painted sides, right? Did come with the actual top, because I did not take one of the automatic transmission kits with the e-torque and all that, which then kind of gave me a colored top. It doesn't matter because it's going to be replaced with a soft top. However, it is still the Freedom top, so the Freedom top does still come off, and it is very simple to do. We do have the cloth seats, but they are the heated seats. It was a toss-up between the leather and the cloth. I said, man, you know what, to save a few bucks, let's stick with the cloth. It's good enough. We have now already installed the accessory Jeep, original Jeep floor guards or floor mats protectors, right? That's similar to the what are the WeatherTechs, right? So then we got into the back portion here, so not bad. I mean, in regards to seat spacing, it's a bit tight, it's a bit small. It's not a huge amount of bum room, I would have to say, but you know what, it's still a Jeep. So other than that, this does come with the 18-inch tires with a Bridgestone, right? So these are the Dullard AT all-terrain, right? So they do have a little bit of bite on the side. Not too aggressive in regards to the tires. I am running these around 34 psi. I don't like to run them very very inflated, so I like a softer ride. Proximity sensor, so the big difference between a proximity sensor or not is that you will not have a keyless entry here, but you will have buttons, right? So that does do the proximity sensor. Very simple 60/40 in the back, right? Nothing too extravagant about it. There are quite a bit of Easter eggs all around, but I'm not going to show those to you because we're still trying to find them ourselves. But we have found a few. Got your cargo space under here, so that's I did install a hitch onto it. I still have to swap this around, so please don't give me any flack for that. But yes, I did install the hitch. I still have to do the wiring, so that is just brand new, fresh. We can basic, you know, it's nothing too extravagant. So it is coming with 5 full actual tires and wheel packages, right? So that's really cool. You don't have like a little donut. And we got my daughter here and her little toys here that she likes to pick up from a Walmart. But other than that, Mopar tubular system here again. So this here actually is pretty neat, but I haven't done it yet. So these floor mats here, as you can see, there is the channel inside there. Basically what you could do is you remove the carpet, or you cut around the carpet, and there's a drain plug right underneath here from Jeep itself, which you would remove that plug. This channel then sits inside it, and then this plug goes over it. And then if you fill it up with water, trying to evacuate the water out of here, it's almost impossible. You basically pull the plug and it will actually drain out from the bottom. I don't know if we can actually see it here. Let's take a look, see if we can see. Oh yeah, there you go. So if you see it, hopefully you can see it. There is a plug. Have I decided to cut my carpet yet? No. Will I? I'm still unsure. So right now we'll just leave this like this, and we'll decide as to what happens when we start doing some off-roading. If I find a lot of crap starts to get inside there, I don't think I will be doing that much of an off-road. But anyways, we'll see. But other than that, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Again, we got the 6-speed manual transmission. We do have the selecting of the 2-wheel, 4-wheel drive. Does not have the select track, right? So this is just a plain, old-fashioned, straight-out gearbox transfer case. But with this and this combined together, I mean, it makes one heck of a machine. So storage space, you got, you know, the little glove box. You have 2 different storage spaces up here. So we got that, and then you click up at the bottom again. So here 1 and 2. And then it accesses down at the bottom here. You got a couple of little coin holders here and a couple of drink holders. You got some in the back. Again, you still do have all the cargo netting. And then we're back out to the front here. So it's pretty much straightforward. So let's get ourselves suited up, geared up, cameraed up, and let's go for a drive. So let's close it all. That's pretty freaking cool, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Gotta love video editing. Anyways, so let's get in behind the wheel. Let's go for a drive. Manual transmission within the Toronto region. Let's go. All right, so now that I've picked up one of my items here, and as I said, I got a couple of errands to run here. I said I kind of have the camera set it on to me, just so you can kind of get the first person view or point of view driving the 2021 Sahara Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with a manual transmission. So this is a 6-speed manual transmission. That means, yes, there's a clutch. That means your feet are always busy doing stuff, right? So again, driving in the city or driving in town, it's really not that bad, right? It does take some getting used to. So I've had the vehicle now for probably 4 days now. This is my 4th day. I haven't been driving manual transmission in 3 years, but it's kind of similar to riding a bicycle. Once you, wow, look at these idiots, eh? Once you know how to do it, you really don't forget, right? So it's something that becomes very natural. So you know, you don't really pay attention to what your left leg is doing and what your right arm is doing. You're basically, you know, still driving a vehicle like as if it was an automatic, other than you're just adding in a couple of little steps, but you don't even realize after a while, once you've been doing it for a time, you really become so accustomed to it and it becomes a very natural feeling. All my vehicles, so I've had over 40 vehicles in my lifetime so far, which, you know, that's a while, but not such a long time. Whatever. Anyways, only the past few have been automatic. So Again, the deal, it was a deal of the century that I could not walk away with. Again, thank you very much to the Golden Mile Chrysler. You guys have been fantastic. Just needed it, right? So anyways, as we kind of go over here, let's kind of take a real quick look as to what functions are and features are behind this particular Jeep. Again, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but you know, I didn't want to spend those big bucks. So in regards to the main cluster here, so again, you got your speedometer, you got your odometer, which are fairly important things to do. You do have your information package here in the front. It is all customizable, so you can actually change the settings to the way you want and what is displayed, right? So right now I've got the time, distance, range, and the outside temperature, along with the speed that I'm doing, my fuel level, and the engine temperature. And then here it's also giving me my gear selector, or yeah, my gear indication as to what gear I'm in. So as you can see, I'm in second, and then I'm in third. I can be in neutral, right? Let's get into fourth. You got your odometer here down at the bottom, right? So from that, in regards to the most, as you can see, I'm traveling at 50 kilometers an hour, and I'm at just over 1,000 RPM, fourth gear. That's pretty much threshold you want to be doing in this Jeep, which is the 3.6 V6. Again, remember that on these kinds of roads. So third gear, fourth gear, I was going to say you're kind of almost into a bogging level, but for the most part, it does have enough torque and enough horsepower that it kind of chugs along fairly quietly and fairly easily without having. Now, if you need to accelerate, then, you know, unfortunately in fourth gear, it's not going to really work at this low RPM. I'm not sure what the torque values are at the best point, but being efficient as we can, you know, you don't want to be revving up high. It's not a racing bike either, right? Other than that, you still have your 7.4 inch cluster here, so this does give you provide you with all the information. It's, you know, it has the backup camera integrated into it. You have all your controls as well as you have the controls here. I'm not going to get into too much details in regards to that. There are enough videos out there, but what is really, really nice is you can still go in and you can still change your your assistances, you know, you can still change and function this cluster without having to be in a full stopped position where many other vehicles you have to pull over, stop, make sure there's no rolling before you can change anything, which is kind of, you know, understandable for a safety aspect of it. But again, they don't kind of realize that there could be a passenger in here, you know, helping out. This Jeep does come with the Uconnect mobile device, because it does not have the integrated GPS, or I guess the GPS, the navigation, not GPS, the navigation on it. But it does come with Android Auto and or Apple CarPlay ready. So all you have to do is basically download the app and then you connect it up, and that's what we're going to do right now. You do require a good sync cable in order to do so. I'm using basically just the GoPro sync cable on the USB-C, and that's with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So as you can see here, it's connected up and it's just hooked up to the last application in which I was using, and that would be Waze. So it is telling me all the information I need to know. I can go out of it and I can change. I have a couple of different navigation apps, different mapping and stuff like that. You still have your chats and your settings and messengers and stuff like that. Low fuel. Let's go and pump it up and see what it actually costs. So this tank is 75 liters if I am correct, and currently right now we are running at $1.35 a liter. So give or take here in Ontario, Canada, Toronto, I'd probably be looking at $100 to fill it up. But again, we've done 637 kilometers of city driving, so that's really not bad, and I'm still in the break-in. So I find the vehicles tend to be a little bit more rich when it comes to driving around when they're still in break-in. So they will polish it up, and the engine will polish up, and it will smoothen out, and things will start to get better, right? So From here, let's go back into my main settings here. So is a manual transmission doable for this kind of city driving on a Jeep? Absolutely. I mean, most sport cars, you know, I come back from the era where all sport cars and most 75% of cars were manual transmission. I mean, they didn't even have that many automatics out there, just due to the fact that it was still kind of fresh, still kind of new, and it was really expensive to produce. So most cars back when, you know, I started were all manual transmission, and any sport car or any rugged terrain or truck or anything like that was always a manual transmission. So to get into an automatic, it just didn't feel right. You know, it might be simpler for some people, but again, everybody can learn, everybody adapts. So I think, you know, if I had to go back just to simplify driving for family members, would I go with an automatic? Yeah, I would. Just to get out of the confrontational feeling or aspect of it. But it's done, and, you know, we'll move forward and we'll adapt and learn how to drive it. It's really not that complicated once you get the hang of it. It's just like anything, it's just the beginning. The stops and the starts is where you need to kind of work on the finesse and being able to feather the clutch, you know, feeling the vehicle, feeling the RPM, and how it reacts to what you're doing to the terrain. That just comes in time, right? That's just natural ethics of driving a truck. Anyways, I'm not going to ramble on too much more. So let's get over. Let me go fill this up and get it parked away for the night, and we'll off to some new adventures very soon. So until the next time, guys, hopefully this has kind of given you a little bit of more insight and kind of an idea on the truck. I still love it. I love it. It's fun. It's a good truck. So I'm happy. Again, Golden Mile, if you guys are looking out for something and you're within the Toronto region, go check out the guys at Golden Mile. Tristan has been a fantastic guy. He was my salesman, and I owe them big time, so I got to go get them a couple of nice shirts, send it over to them. Be good, have fun, be safe, take care, like, subscribe, notify, keep it covered.